The name of that track is T13, created by the legendary producer EO, former lead singer of Dislocated Boner, and current reviewer of Southwestern campsites in North America. It's Ken Meringolo. Thank God it's Tuesday. Joined by Kevin Ricca.
I just first want to say we're all hoping for the location.
We're gonna get that. Oh, we're there. It was dislocated.
Ooh, well, we've had quite the boner of a season so far. I'd like to dislocate the 2025 season from my memory. But you know what? This is a humbling sport, and next year when we're kicking everyone's butt, we'll remember where we were this year, where we were last year, and then the previous. Why am I still talking?
Hey, we have one show left in 2025. We're squeezing it in New Year's Eve, which in my opinion is most.
Mics are off.
Mics are off.
Mics are off.
That's a problem. Let's see here. Oh, I know. You're probably getting. Let me see if I can fix this.
I need some more snare. Turn the bass up. Get my arm off.
We're gonna find out.
It was kind of a erotic start to the show.
I think it might have been. Let's see. We just might have had a situation. I had to unplug everything for Christmas.
Just mine. It's just mine.
Oh yeah, because it was playing off of the microphone here. Let's see. It was taking that microphone from the computer. We're gonna get this, guys. Listen, this is what 2025 is all about. Yeah, the mics have quit on 2025 as well. That is a fact. It should be I should be getting a Roadcaster option. That's what I really want.
Made it worse.
Yeah, because I went to switched it to the camera. All right, we're gonna get this. I know we're getting sound from you. It's just a matter of getting the sound from there.
Sound from me.
Into there.
Damn it.
Watch this. Magic.
Abra.
I think that fixes it.
Did anyone hear this?
We're gonna get EO and Greg and Ken Harris to give us their. Well, the first thing I did made it worse, but we should be good to go now. Anyways, cheers to the
All right.
Cheers to the 2025 season. Cheers to
Adios 2025 season. How about adios 2025 for God's sake?
Yeah, it was a tough one, but not the worst, but a little bit of a tough one.
It was one of my least favorite years ever.
In terms of Redskins?
Oh no, just
in
overall,
general. Okay,
everything.
fair enough. Yeah, it was a shitty year. It was a lot of downs.
But I promise you this: Tuesdays were always top notch in the 2025. That's a fact.
EO, did you at least get the?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Sorry about that.
The Drive Time Radio DJ Open. I practiced that like 13 times. Maybe you got a little bit of it from the microphone here. We're no longer in control of our own destiny in the NFC East standings, which was the case the last time we met.
I know. 2 and 3.
It's changed since then. Why beat the Eagles? I thought would be a good thing to lead off with. Why beat the Eagles? Now I have prepared an answer, but do you have any initial thoughts when I say why?
I have specifically an initial thought.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because my man DQ said, "That's how you guys want to do it. We're gonna play y'all in 2 weeks." And I was like, "Oh, please don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go there in 2 weeks. They throw batteries and shit.
Yeah.
I don't. Let's not put our guys. We're showing up to a gunfight with a sharpened popsicle stick. I don't think that was. But why not beat them? Because they can't go half-assed. Because if we do start throttling them, those boys understand pride. And games are played in this league. If you're on that field, those 3 hours are pretty damn important. I don't give a shit.
Do we know how many are who and how many and what are sitting for the Eagles?
I don't know that anyone is. So the 5-6 seed has been not yet determined. Neither is the 2-3. So they have to decide, who.
How high can Philly get? Can Philly get into that?
2 or 3.
That's 2 or 3 is the highest they can get.
2 or 3
because they're not going to.
The one. Seattle's the one. The 4 is Tampa Bay or Carolina. So by winning the division, they're either 2 or 3, and then 5 or 6 is determined by the Seattle, San Fran business next week, where the Rams have something to say about something.
So
we'll see. Now, San Fran wins; they are the 1. And so that's Seattle, San Fran. One of those 2 is the 1.
Yep, one of those 2 is the 1, and the other one is probably the 2.
Exactly.
And then makes
no,
Philly...
no, not the 2. It can't be anything but the 5. The top 4 division.
Oh, that's
winners.
right. That's right. But
so
Philly
2,
could...
3, that's why 2-3.
Yeah.
It's Philly and the West, right?
Yep.
No, I mean Philly in the North. So it'll be Chicago and Philly at the 2.
Did they clinch?
No, one of those 2.
Yeah. Don't they?
They clinched the division.
They did,
but not 2 or 3.
Okay. Yeah. So Chicago did clinch.
Chicago is in.
They're in for sure. They're in, but I'm saying that they clinched the NFC North.
Yes, the NFC North.
NFC North is decided.
Those butt cheeks have been clenched,
clenched and quenched. And all right, so I just thought, obviously, I want to win the game. On one hand, we can't pick any worse than where we are right now. I mean, winning doesn't hurt our current position.
Oh no! The best part,
we have a slight chance of moving up in this order. But I'd rather wax that ass. The slightest of, let's like a 20.
But we're 7th. Like no one can catch us.
We're 7th, and we're holding on to number 7.
Great. Yeah. That's great.
So I want to talk about the 7 a little bit, but so winning can't hurt us, theoretically. I know for semantics, I know someone would gladly argue with me on that, but we can't get worse than we can't drop our draft pick, and
we're the 3rd place schedule. We can't fix that. Nothing
yeah. So
we can move up to 6th, possibly 5th, I think maybe even 4th. But
I don't think we get to 4th
based on the schedule. No way.
Yeah,
I think
I think 6 is a possibility. That would
six is the only easy one. Who's the other team that has 5? There's a 5-win team. I mean a 3-win team that is going to win, and when they do
Giants?
win, is it Arizona? Maybe.
It is Arizona.
So. We can overtake. Our strength of schedule is so dookie butt that we can overtake somebody.
If everyone loses.
Yeah. Well, I think we can move up to 6 if it's, I think it's Arizona. I don't know.
I think
I have it written down right here. I might
the
as well
chances of us drafting high are like 26%, I think, based on all the algorithms. So I think Philadelphia's going to get bounced out of the playoffs, first of all, and that's going to be an awesome game to watch. And if we win this game, which especially if their starters are playing, someone will reference it as the game that really demonstrated why Philadelphia was a phony, playoff contender. Or, someone might say it's the beginning. It ended up being the beginning of the end. I mean, if we wax that ass on at 425, that's just the dumbest thing ever. I don't understand why we're paying
425.
But that would
I'm
be.
I'm bartending. You can come through.
Yeah, that's going to be. Hey, screw those guys. You know what I mean? I mean, I think beating Philadelphia is its own reward. I always have thought that. So I want
1,000%.
Yeah. So, but if we can get these guys off kilter just a touch, heading into the playoffs with the shadowiest of what just happened in their minds.
Let's body bag game these fools.
Yes.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah, me neither.
But I don't not want to physically impair somebody. On a football field.
Yeah. So that's how I feel about that. And that makes it compelling, for me. And if we lose, then tell me where we draft. But I'm pretty like we're past the point of worrying about our draft position. Like we have our draft position is like we have 4 wins. We are very familiar with our draft position.
Cleveland is who I was thinking of.
Cleveland, if Cleveland,
they're 4-12.
If they win, we flip flop, right?
Yes, they had to win that game first though, so that was cool to tie it up with us. If they win, we will flip flop, and that is truthful. But I think there's a 3-13 we could also move ahead, but none of these 3-13s, like Greg said, have a chance to win this weekend.
No,
but I think we have a less strength, whatever it is. A top 7 pick is just fine.
Yeah.
That means we're gonna get a hell of a freaking football player.
That's what I was saying. So I think my initial so we can start thinking this in terms of 7. I think that's fair. We're not playing the week 10 game where we're like, so just like I would do for a fantasy draft, or just like I would do for any kind of draft, if I pick number 7, I'm gonna have my top 7. It's gonna know going into it. So no matter what, all the way to the day
I like it.
You're going to get one of your top 7, and because you are 7, you can't be upset about not getting any other 6 because you understand you're 7th. But you get one of your top
bro,
guys.
If you keep 6-7ing me, we were talking about this too.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Again.
I'm sorry.
This was, I say, F you, Jobu. I do it myself. Coming down that was whatchamacallit. And they stole it from Jobu.
For Major League?
Yes. But he did it down here. Remember? After he finally hit the home run, after he hit the breaking ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
I say, fuck you, Jobu. I do it myself. So my thought about number 7, just to start thinking about it from like super high up, are we out of the QB slots? Because obviously that makes our pick more valuable. If we think if a QB is going to be there, that helps us in the trade back scenario. Which I'm not even worried about that right now. All I'm saying is a quarterback going to go?
You
already
said it. You said it so quickly too. Yeah, is a quarterback going to go in the top 7?
Is there a quarterback going to be there at 7?
So I think
that's what you
the
want
top
initially.
2 quarterbacks will not be there.
Yeah.
The next guys right now, so Alabama guy, you know exactly what's going to happen, and so do I. We're on the same page.
Someone's going to fall in love with.
Well, right now he's ranked
McCarthy.
anywhere between 10 and 19, 20. But you know exactly what happens to these quarterbacks after their pro day set up and they're high-fiving, they're throwing indoor fades at 89 miles an hour in shorts. The dude's not guarded.
90-yard balls in the air.
They look so good. That's going to happen, and Homeboy is going to expedite his ass up the draft, and we're going to be in a position to listen.
Oh,
Ty
absolutely.
Simpson is going to put us in a position to listen. Thanks, Ty.
I think as long as that's true, and that guy is attractive to someone in that 6'7" range.
If you look at who needs a quarterback, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how attractive of a quarterback he is. It matters how attractive the quarterback situation is. And then, that's when C's start liking B's and shit. You don't need to have 2 A+.
This is only attraction, part of the game. Then once you take them home and then they turn into, Jamarcus Russell and some of these other guys, that's a whole different, that's on them.
Man, Jamarcus Russell didn't turn into anything. He just never got unturned. They didn't figure him out on time.
They were like, when they took him home, they were like, wait a second.
It's my favorite story.
Is it tire pressure? What's going on with
when
the tire pressure?
When they gave him like 3 CDs that had like Britney Spears videos on them, and they were like, go home and study this. You need to study this and know it by Monday. He was like, got it. Showed up Monday. They're like, how'd it go? Jamar's like, got it. Killed it. Coach is like, oh, God. Coach, I studied all weekend.
But I just thought maybe he just busted into some moves, some Britney Spears like video moves. I don't know. I think he could pay with. It's a shame. He got paid a lot of money.
He was eating greasy fast food during interviews, and that's when I was like, dude, you're like 292. What's happening, Jamarcus? Why
was
are you
he
so
drafted
hungry?
the year before Sam Bradford was the number 1 overall?
You know space-time continuum and me do not work this way unless burgundy and gold are involved.
What'd you think about the Saints defense this past weekend?
Who?
No, I just thought like I was going to start asking you random questions about whatever because you love that.
I'm just going to say this to Greg. I do think Fernando Mendoza and Dante Moore are the 2 guys that are going in the top 5. They're beloved, apparently.
They are. They're quarterbacks who are these are professional quarterbacks now. Like there's not a lot of Eric Crouches and Craig Krenzel or whatever, like the guys who there's none of this is you're like, oh, well, he was a starter. He was a starter at Iowa State for 4 years, and surely he can translate to the NFL like you had. These are guys making millions of dollars playing quarterback right now for some version of a professional style offense with super high dollar wide receivers and offensive linemen. So in this day and age, I do believe Dante Moore, Mendoza, they're off the table. They're coming off the board super quick.
Everyone seems to love them both.
Yeah.
But look, I wrote this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 draftable quarterbacks ish, of which Ken, dude, you got 5 in the first 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else is a project for later.
I would trade any of my if we could somehow end up with a second rounder, and I would be begging someone to move up and pick a quarterback. And I don't think I think Adam Peters is smart enough to be like, hey, listen, by the way, we'll trade down from 7, and don't worry, we're not charging you Bill Parcells point value here. Right. Here's what we're looking. We're looking to pick up a 2nd and a fourth. That would be ideal.
You know what that man could do at 3/4?
Yeah.
Son of a B.
I know. I know. I know we're gonna get to here in the next few minutes. Another the other kind of the meat of the going into
So
the off
meaty.
season idea, which is positions of need. You know, we're look. Listen, this is what we off season. I feel like I'm more of this is more of an off-season, pregame show, like a off season like you know what I mean, like then because of how our
We're
last 10
allowed.
years,
We're allowed. We
You
waited
know?
for the last effing week.
Yes.
We're allowed.
This is like the kickoff show of really what we're real good at. I mean, this is off-seasoning is where we have planted multiple flags. And so, anyways, going into it, we're gonna talk with Greg's got something lined up to help us work through that needs, positional and otherwise. How about the idea of Josh Johnson? He's created a new position in the NFL. That's not a new position, like officially. This position has existed forever. It's generally called, like the the captain of the Titanic type scenario. Like hey, listen, we're gonna shine this thing up. We're gonna send it out there.
Sorry, I'm getting word we're not going to shine anything.
You're gonna be able.
But you're going.
You're gonna be on some pictures. There's gonna be some oil paintings of you in your uniform, but you are not coming back. So 14 teams. Once again, by the way, this is his second time doing this role. It's like the opposite of like a real high top of the line MLB closer. This is like a shit pushing in, get the cork this season and off, and let's get out of here closer.
So what you're saying is it's just like the backup QB commercial, but when I'm trying to cram out a growler and it's not in there, I got to be like, Johnson, get in here.
Josh, we need you,
We're going to
bud.
need that Bobby Brown fishhook stat.
This is what you do. Bring it home. You need to bring this shit home. Literally. That's what we're talking about. So, he's been fighting so hard to stay in to have a professional football career. So he's succeeded. I don't know many people who've worked for the same, done the same exact thing. I mean, obviously he's worked for different teams, but being an NFL player for 14 years, that's way above average for NFL football.
Oh, but it's also not even 14. He started in 08.
Yeah,
so it's 14 teams, but he's been in this league for 17, 18 seasons.
He's played a perfect job for him.
He's played in every division.
Yep.
He's been signed by a team. He didn't play. He played on a team. He was on a roster for a team in every division. 3 in the north of AFC.
Nobody wants to make him. No one wants to commit to him as their main backup in August, and I get it because, for the same reason you don't want to commit to a 40-year-old guy for any other position. Like you're hoping to develop someone, and listen, Josh Johnson isn't, a prospect. But if I was him, if I was his agent, I'd be like, listen, dude, you're, what is he, 30 plus? He's almost 40 years old.
He's got to be 39.
39. Here's what you do.
38.
We're going to work you out, non-contact, all the way through like October. And then we're going to start taking those calls from the teams that are looking at finishing with low single-digit wins, and they need a guy to come in, not piss all over himself, take the handoff, pitch it out, 4 or 5 games. No one cares if you win. In fact, wink, wink, they sure would rather you not win.
He did this for us, like you said.
Yes, already
7 years ago.
Yes, 7 years ago.
7 years ago. He played for Tampa Bay for 4 years. He's played for San Fran for 4 separate times.
I've seen him play live with you.
It was terrible. Together. And my final stat about this, gentlemen, he's played for more AFC teams than he hasn't. He's been signed by 9 teams in the AFC.
It's
out
awesome.
of the 16. It's just a cool story. And I always like to say it. My little cousin out in California was a starting safety and captain on his team under Jim Harbaugh at the University of San Diego, where Josh Johnson was the starting QB. And I always thought that was super cool because the cousin also was Mark Sanchez's. Sanchez was my cousin's high school guy. And they're the 2 guys that played in that game against the Giants 7 years ago in 2018 when you, me, and my son Jake attended.
Yes.
But we sat in the parking lot for the first half of the first quarter because we didn't want to pretend it was Jake's real first game.
And also, Mark Sanchez made us hold his little Chihuahua bag, and he said, "I'll be right back." And then all of a sudden, he never came back. And you were holding his scarf. It was crazy. What a terrible scenario. But 7 years
we
later,
had to hold back those two guys from beating the Chihuahua bag out of Sanchez.
Yes,
it's terrible.
Hold me back. So So, anyways, I love this. If Josh Johnson, because to me, Josh Johnson, no one's ever going to obviously ever say, go get that guy and put him on a 3-year deal. However, at this point, it's because of how many years he's worked. I mean, his minimum wage is ridiculous.
I have one last Josh Johnson, and it's for you and the board. Trivia. What's Josh Johnson's lifetime career as a starter? What's his record? As his lifetime career starting record?
Yep.
That's what I want to know. I want you guys to know. I want you guys to answer that. How many games do you think he started?
Yep. All right. So this is
and
great.
How many of those do you think he won?
Since 2008. And
since 2008, how many games has he started? I'll tell you this. He's played in 49. 49 games he has checked in and taken a snap.
I would say he started half of those.
All right.
23, 24.
All right. If any of the board wants to just chime in there before you hit
this is such a there's got to be.
I'm going to tell you it's less, Ken. I'm just going to tell you it's less.
You know what? Maybe it should be like single digits. Maybe 9, 8 or 9, 10.
10. There you go, Greg Martin. Now, who did he get that win for? He's 1-9. Josh Johnson in his 17 years
wasn't
on 14
the next
teams.
the week after the game we saw? He started the next game for us, I believe, and won that game.
Yes,
was it against Dallas?
No, it was on the road. But his one win over, how about that? How's that guy pulling a win out of his ass on the road on that team that was so bad against the Giants? It was the worst football game I've ever witnessed in my life.
Yep.
That dude went down to Jacksonville. 116 to 13.
Jacksonville. It was
so,
Jacksonville.
Our man Josh Johnson has one dub.
They didn't even televise that
for the
game.
Redskins.
Oh, yeah.
When he goes out there like, Grandpa, did you ever win one of those games in 17 years? Yes, I did, son. We went down to Duval with not many wins under our belt.
That's where they invented streaming football games because like NBC and ABC, nice. they were like, we're not showing up. They were like, can you guys stream this game? Someone has to be able to see it. Picking in the top 7 and having at least 3 quarterbacks, because if Ty Simpson does climb, the next, the number 6 guy could make that trade. So if there's 3 quarterbacks in the top 7, that still puts us back in that like 4-man. We can pick our top 4 players. Your Caleb Downs, your Arvell Reese, your Jordan Tyson.
May I make a point?
Yeah, please.
I don't know. I'm not sure that we'll be drafting a tackle again.
But there's one there.
I'm just saying, I don't think we are.
I don't think so either. But
just for argument's sake, if you take the 2 tackles that are slated to possibly go right there.
Yeah, well, there's at least one for sure.
Well, I know, but I've been reading nonstop recently. This dude, Spencer Fano. I know.
If Spencer Fano, by the way, if Spencer Fano is on the board when Adam Peters has a gun to his head and says you have to pick, don't be shocked. I mean, he's the kind of Spencer Fano is a great player.
Well, I'll be shocked because I'll be shocked.
Maybe be shocked. I'd be a little bit shocked.
I think we'll know.
You'd be like, why is someone holding a gun to Adam Peters' head into the draft? For God's sake.
I'm trying to get to the point here where you said 3 weeks ago that there was no chance that we would have a shot at Caleb Downs. And I'm telling you right now, not only are we going to have a chance, we're going to have to make a decision.
Yeah, we're going to have to look at him.
Yeah, well, not about him.
I mean, we're gonna have him on the board.
There's going to be a couple defensive dudes that we're going to be like, God damn, can we have both, please?
Yeah.
Because,
if we stand on the pick and bring someone in, we're gonna be smiling. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a dude who will start right away for us, and hopefully he turns out to be as good as advertised. But
yeah, unfortunately for the previous season, that obviously meant we had to take it in the nads. But
sure,
the good news is that we're going to get a bunch of badasses this offseason. I'm not saying it's going to work, but at least it's going to be like old school.
Oh, it's going to be
sitting around like, okay.
That's talent. We're getting some serious talent.
So he's not 37? Hold on. He's not 37.
Yeah.
Let's get a couple more of these 27-year-olds on their second contract. Let's get some guys on a mid-level range that fill a spot. Let's do that.
We can afford some second contract dudes this offseason.
We have to be.
That's where we need to live.
And it's because we didn't pull a lot of strings this past season, and the ones we did pull, that money pops right back up for us with a 1-year gift. So
that is the beauty of the 1-year contract. It's the gift that keeps on giving every year.
And that's what I was saying. And Greg, I agree. Let me just interrupt you real quick.
Please.
It is.
Which
Ken.
one?
That's what I wanted to say. If we take those 2 quarterbacks that we say in the 2 tackles, we essentially have a top 3 pick.
That's right.
And it's a very cool way of looking at it. And I know it's a cool way of looking
at it for the rest.
It's Pig Lipstick Tuesday, but who gives a shit? That's real.
Trade down. That makes that's the trade. That makes the pick even more valuable to trade down.
It certainly does.
Because every other team, there's a lot of teams that don't need a quarterback that would love one of these guys at the top 5. So if you had to choose between Caleb Downs and Arvell Reese, are you Caleb Downs all day?
No, I'm 50-50, shitting my pants, worried.
I'm so 50-50.
I love both of them
I do.
so much.
You know what? They would both play right away for us because they would both fit in great.
Play right away?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Pardon my language. Sorry, football Jesus. Is
so it's not like we have somebody that would be like, okay, if we bring Caleb Downs in, we're going to have to figure out what to do with. And you're like, no, that's not what we're talking about.
And I don't want Arvell Reese because of its position of need. I want Arvell Reese because he's freaky.
Put him on the field. He's one of your best 5 players.
So good. Listen, I'm not an Ohio State fan. Don't care. But I'm going to watch the shit out of them this Thursday because of those 2 gentlemen. We now have... There's a legit chance that one of those guys plays for our football team.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what that percentage is, but that's fun, man.
Let's
all try and figure out between those 2. I mean, look, you already talked. You know Ruben Bain down in Miami, all these other guys. Every guy that says edge next to him, they're projecting to go to the Commanders, like all of them.
Then you know what? And that's just telling because we all know that edge rushing is by far our number 1 deal need that we need a pile of them, and we're not even kidding ourselves that one of those.
We need so many.
Those 1 or 2 guys.
Honestly, we're gonna draft 2, and I think we bring in like 3.
My biggest fear would be
back 3 or 4. So.
Ruben Bain sitting there when we pick randomly, and someone wants to trade up for him.
I know.
What is that worth? But he looked like a menace. Like watching the game last night. I love number 8, Jared Verse. I think obviously he's a beast. He was good from the second they got him.
He blocked a field goal so hard into the turf and went right back into his chest. Then he waved at everyone as he douched out. And I thought, this is the NFL, sir. Who's doing that in the NFL? What type of freak nut job? And that's what he is. He's bonkers.
It was one of the favorite things I've seen because it's like, all right, if you're gonna be Deion Sanders, the fastest guy on the field, you don't need to be piecing the opponent as you walk by. But if you're the biggest guy on the field and also outrunning everybody as you lumber 70 plus yards for a touchdown, that to me, because I'm not always about all that stuff. Oh God, I thought it was so great. It was like one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
It's one of the coolest football plays ever. He played spike ball with a bunch of nerds at the beach and took their spike ball and sprinted 100 yards. No one was near him, and no one had a damn thing to say to him either. After he waved at everyone, like no one was like, "Hey man, cut that shit off." They were like,
"Yeah." So if
nice play, bro.
Jared Verses don't grow on trees, obviously. But when you pick at number 7, those are the kinds of guys that are around. So, again, the amount of talent that you can add in that slot is huge. And I'm looking forward to the many variations and
welcome to the
permutations.
Welcome to the next 20 Tuesdays.
Yeah. So
it's gonna get edgy down here.
Let's go
downright defensive.
Let's go with Greg on the beginning of the segment for QB for Jacksonville. Cody Kessler was on the. Oh my gosh!
How about that?
I told you, this was not televised. Cody Kessler versus Josh Johnson. It's one of the many games we played that they decided against putting on their main network feed.
And this was only Saw 3 had just come out, so Trevor wasn't on board yet.
He was just a wee pony.
By the way, he's been playing great, and I've given him shit.
Who, Trevor?
He's been playing great. He made a throw. He made a throw on 4th down outside the hashes from the opposite hash the other day on 4th and a 3rd and 13. That I almost took a dump on the couch, Ken. That's how good the throw was. I rarely dump on the couch these days.
But the list is getting longer of reasons why you could consider doing it.
Well, I'm getting more emotional as I get older.
You are. You're an emotional guy.
When this USA Canadian hockey comes out, it's going to be a messy-ass couch.
All right. That's good scouting, couch scouting for us. Right there. That's not a couch.
A neighborhood couch has been really, really talking that game up. So,
we'll see. I don't know. You don't always like the way I term stuff, but I think Trevor Lawrence, he's playing big boy ball because he's one of the bigger guys in the league. You know, like you have your Josh Allens, your Cam Newtons. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is a gigantic human being. He's like 6'6", whatever, 6'7", something like that. And he's physical. Like he can play physical weight. But when your quarterback is big and can play physical, you have like a huge advantage. But because he can also throw and he also has a brain. So all that's coming into play this year. But I just like being able to play and Josh Allen gets to have his name on it. The Josh Allen brand of big boy quarterback ball in this league. Like we don't have a guy who can do that, and our guy does his own thing, and we love it. But that is special stuff.
yeah, he needs a barber.
He does. Well, he needs a lot more than that.
Nah, just
a barber. He needs to frame it up better.
I'm just saying, just Jennifer Aniston style.
Okay.
Let's just go with the Aniston. I think if he hit up the Aniston, it would definitely make his nose look better and just charm him up.
What about like a Dudley Moore situation?
Nah, we need to soften him up a bit. He looks like Saw.
A little Farrah? Farrah Fawcett?
No, he's gonna have to.
Cheryl Teagues?
No,
I'm trying to play to my Ken Harris audience here. By the way, Ken Harris, cookies, limoncello, amazing. Thank you so much. That, by the way, he dropped that off yesterday, and that's where that came from.
Hell yeah!
So your limoncello is ready to rock.
Awesome.
Thank
you, sir.
So here we go. Is 12 potential needs for next season. We get to slot them initial from 1 biggest need to 12 lowest need. Here we go. All right, so and you can't use the number twice, obviously. New defensive coordinator. I say out of the gate, it's not my highest priority. This is like one like so. Let's like say things that we don't have to repeat.
Are you going to say
all
of them first, or are we going to do this as we go?
We're going to start. So we have to put a number on defensive coordinator. I'm going to say 9. Now you know what? I'm going to say 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I do feel like we're getting one.
Yep, I think we're getting one too. I just,
but I don't know. You know what? Due to my, I'm gonna go with Ken. He's gonna double down on 10. New DC on 10. First of all, we need a new D. Everything.
Yep.
Not just a new D. We need a new D.
We need a new D. Bring the D. Today, I put on some. I was looking through some stats. I wasn't sure like how to approach things, but then I saw like I Googled. I just wanted to see just a long list of our record, just our regular season record, and obviously everyone knows what tale that tells. It's not for the last 20 years anyways. It's not a real Harlequin romance scenario.
Harlequin romance?
Not
what's
at all.
going on down
here,
Does
not
fellas.
read like that at all.
I have no idea what the fudge you're talking about.
12-5 last year, and we're gonna like totally reverse it essentially, in the next year. And it's a weird feeling because being a winner felt awesome, and we weren't just a winner; like we were like a real winner last year. And now we're a real loser.
Yeah, we won 14 times last year, and we won 4 this year so far.
So it's
fudge.
So there is like this, like you can't just fire people because we're that bad this year. Maybe something worked last year, and I like you want to like give it like that third date scenario. So we said 10. What about
Chill Witt? We're not getting in the sheets, I don't think, bro.
I mean, just
sorry.
Maybe through the hole. Maybe we go like
Meringolo Soakmasters.
Just through the hole.
The Meringolo Soakmaster.
Just for
the Meringolo Super Soaker 4000.
We're gonna let it soak. Our motto is we're gonna let it soak overnight. The new starting safety priority.
Oh yeah, here we go. New starting safety. I'm gonna go number 6. New safety.
All right, I got that tracked at 6. Number 3, and then the third one is new starting corner. Starting corner. So next year, starting corners Trey Amos and Mikey Sainristil. Obviously, do we have somebody that we're just going to say as our third? I think we need another
You're
guy.
god dang right we need another guy. Our quarterback stunk last year with a guy who's a freaking perennial All-Pro.
I'm going to have to put
and
that.
a badass physical dude in the run game. Go ahead.
It has to be above starting safety.
And that's what I say.
So at least 5, if not maybe 3.
I am
3 or
going
4
4 with new CB. By the way, we need so much new.
All right, next is new number 2 wide receiver. I think that's pretty big deal. Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels need people to throw it to. That's a top one for me. That's
well.
One
Let's
of the
go
top
back.
ones.
This is our stat as a family that
Yep.
since Jamison Crowder's first tenure, we haven't had a guy get 100 yards that wasn't a wide receiver in a win besides Terry McLaurin. So we got to get a guy to pair up with Terry. I mean, everyone else is killing it with their twin pairings. I mean,
it's 1 or 2. Obviously, edge. We're going to talk about edge at some point in time, and it's a big deal. But so is but a wide receiver. We have to have a impactful, high performing wide receiver in next year's offense. That's currently not on our roster.
I'm doing it at number 3. My new number 2 wide receiver is my number 3.
All right, I'll do.
I got a cornerback at 4.
Tracking it.
Yeah.
All right, so new starting pass rusher. I don't know. I think that's number 1.
Numero effing uno. Everybody knows it. We all know it. I don't understand how. What else we could need more than that? In fact, we need 2 of them, if not someone else. We need so many new edges, but you're damn right. We need a pass rusher extraordinaire.
So he's already given us.
Pass.
We know some of what it's going to be.
Rusher.
All right, number 6. I like that. We'll talk about that, but then we'll take 8 and 9 together. So new starting tight end.
I forget. Oh yeah, new starting tight end.
I think that we have to have. I like Ben Sinnen and Jonathan Bates, and I think there are great beginning to a tight end room. But I think. And I hope John Bates catches 45 catches next year and has a great season.
Well, I hope Sinnott catches 45 catches.
What did I say?
Yes,
I meant Sinnott.
Sinnott, right.
I hope Sinnott does that, but I think we need to be in the business of having a pretty savvy, good tight end in this offense.
And you and I are not in the business of watching him practice once in 2 years. We've only seen him play on game days and limited roles, and it's impossible to sit here and look at that camera and say, oh, Sinnott's got it. No, it's an important gig, and what an important position in the world of football right now. The tight end position might be streamlining as the most important position that wasn't as important in years past. It's now being really, really, and not just in the passing game, specifically more so in the run game. So
I'm putting him at number 5.
I'm going to do the same. You know what? No, I'm going to do it at number 7.
Ooh.
I'm at 7.
Okay.
New EN starter at 7. All right.
All right. Defensive lineman and starting middle linebacker. I think because we have, a defensive lineman, in the way of a pass rusher at number 1.
Yeah, but I think he said pass rusher instead of defensive lineman.
Yeah, and this is
I'm reading that to
guy.
mean some pigs. Some big sloppies in the inside. I'm reading that to mean interior DL.
I think you start with Kinlaw and Newton. You have Payne obviously still under contract for a year. So it's Kinlaw and Payne if Payne's on the roster. But
it's Payne's final year in the roster. He's going into a contract year.
I think having the 3 of those gentlemen puts this lower on my priority list. And just in terms of the guys we've already said, I would probably want to put him. Would I rather have a new defensive coordinator or a new interior defensive line?
I'm going 9. I'm just going to go with 9 on my D line.
All right. I'm there. DL. And then
middle
linebacker, new starting middle linebacker. So here's the deal. It's going to be weird because Bobby Wagner is still, he's like when we got the Ken Harvey, when we got the London Fletcher, and obviously when we got the Bobby Wagner, these are players who are capable of playing this game. They're capable of making a living as middle linebackers. I don't know. He actually didn't look terrible in coverage. The way they were using him the last 2 or 3 weeks. Obviously, Luvu hasn't played his normal spot since like week 3.
No, that's true.
And so if Bobby Wagner wants to be here, it's hard to say that we don't want him here. He was only, again, like just one of our best tacklers and best defensive leaders. But how do you, but I do think we need another, linebacker, starting linebacker.
Sure. But I love Bobby Wagner.
I know.
I want him. I don't think he's coming back for one more year. I desperately want him to.
Yeah.
I think he's the smartest football player, arguably, ever in the history of the NFL, certainly in the modern era when they went to the 4-3 defense. His adjustments, his understanding of his teammates, his leadership capabilities, far outshined his. When the teams are losing, that's when people start putting a camera on the guy that's supposed to be guarding a freak tight end. There's not a goddamn linebacker in the NFL that can mess around with Kyle Pitts or whoever ran that stagger route.
Brock Bowers.
That's a different.
Trey McBride. I mean, yeah,
that's why it's a mismatch.
And that's why you have to have a guy to
I'm so
take
done
advantage
that
of it.
we're telling me Bobby Wagner was never great in coverage, and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's always been good enough in coverage, and he still is slightly good enough. He's not as good enough as he once was.
If you have your guys, if we had the guys we started the season with, that stayed healthy long enough, Bobby Wagner doesn't get exposed trying to guard these guys who you can't guard.
You know what makes Bobby Wagner way better in pass coverage? 3 new edge rushers, 2 of them are proven, and they're producing. And that's all he's ever done. So, yeah, we're not going to sit here and pretend like he's great at it, but that's something that can be covered up with just a little bit of cover up. Not a lot. And he doesn't need that big. I think he can go $5 million 2 years ago, $8 million last year. I think he can go dwindle it back down.
Yeah.
If he wants it.
If you
we're a better team with him.
He fits perfectly in any scheme. You can't be like, you're not going to play him in this scheme or that scheme. He's one of the best tacklers of his generation. He's still playing at a super high level. He's one of your best 11 defensive players in your base formation.
I agree, and I still don't think he's coming back. But I do want him back. I desperately want him back. We're better with him. I don't think he comes back in any type of backup role. He's never been a backup in his whole life.
All right, so new starting middle linebacker, then that becomes a much higher need than I initially thought, since we're factoring in not having him back.
But I'm saying I don't think he's coming back, but I also want him to be back, so I don't think we do.
Okay.
I'm thinking what they be thinking.
Maybe put him at, so you're dropping that to 8, or you're dropping that to 11 or 12?
I'm 8.
All right.
I'm 8.
New middle linebacker.
MLB is 8.
And then coming up next is the new head coach. I'm going to say 12 for me.
I've already got it written in at 12.
Yeah, I'm not looking for a new head coach.
Part-time RB.
I mean, that's a big deal.
It's a huge.
That might be
huge,
that jumps up to
huge deal.
I want to put that at number 2. Just because it's weaponry. Because if we're going edge rusher number 1, I need weaponry for Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury.
Can you imagine if we had a hoss that could pull his weight, catch the ball out of the backfield to mix and match with Bill for the next couple of years?
The right, like if that, for example, if that was the number 2 priority, that would say I'm going to spend what it takes to get the guy that I want for the job. Is it more important than a new corner, a new tight end, a new starting safety? So here's what I'm saying. What if we move some of these ones up? Because
are we allowed to just start readjusting?
Yeah, right, well, we have to be able to slide some things in. So like I would put like a new starting split time running back, but probably like before the new number right after the new number 2 wide receiver.
I would switch those as well, 2 to 3,
and then but I still like a new cornerback ahead of we need a new corner.
Well, the final thing is the new backup QB.
So are we saying? I mean, is Marcus Mariota done?
No. In
Mariota?
fact, I think he did perfectly in the role that we asked him for. I don't understand if we could ask him to do much more.
I would bring him back in a heartbeat.
I would definitely bring him back in a heartbeat. I think one of these teams might bring him in a little bit, Daniel Jones-ish. I think he might be someone has to take a chance on if they get screwed in the draft or can't figure out how to get that guy. Why wouldn't you take a crack at this guy? I don't think he can take it a whole season is the reason. Injuries.
I think I
think he should be our guy.
Okay, I think him and Josh Johnson are forming like a new partnership, like a new company. I think Marcus Mariota is closer.
Is it an old beanbag company?
Yes.
Don't worry, they've been used.
It's closers.
They've been broken in.
The closers are us. They bring your shitty ass team home in weeks 10 through 18. I think this is where Mariota's career is at. I don't think again. He's just too old to say I want to make him my start. I mean, like he's like Geno Smith in that regard, and I don't think Geno Smith has worked out great. I think again that you're talking about seat warmers. He's a great seat warmer. If someone wants to hire him and pay him up as a seat warmer, but I don't think he wants to go somewhere randomly just to be a seat warmer when we'll pay him.
I think he loves being here.
Yeah, I do too.
I love that he's here.
Yeah,
he did a great job for us this year. Picture him coming in next year with a damn good defense when we don't need him to be the one making the plays, when we need him to be the one that doesn't make the mistakes. That'd be cool.
He has the potential if he doesn't have to play as much next year as he did this year. And
oh, goddamn right.
He could play another 5 or 6 years in the league and getting to that Josh Johnson level. I mean, then you become journeyman, then you become beloved. You're wearing all the different jerseys. Like Josh, this is the Josh Johnson return. From 7 years ago. I mean, it's bringing up some things inside me. You know what I mean? Like I'm like he's doing it. Like he's double stamping and triple stamp in this regard. Like he's like saying,
and let me say, he played great last night.
Yes.
Well,
he did his job well. He did his job.
That's what I mean.
He did his fucking job.
And that's what I say about Mariota. I never thought he was going to be a guy that came in and threw for 400 and dazzled. They both did a great job at doing their job.
Yep.
They did.
All right. So I have a couple. I have a running back. I have a backup QB. So I'm going to put that as priority 11.
Yeah, my backup QB just went to
just throw it down there.
10.
What would you rather have a new? Well, anyways, prioritization wise, he's definitely higher than new DC. And then of course, we got the running back. I'm going to throw in there a running back. So that's the problem with not having a lot of draft capital currently is you don't have the ability to make a luxury selection it really at any time in the early parts, which sucks because luxury selections are like just what makes the NFL fun. I mean, to be able to grab that Jahmyr Gibbs, to be able to to take that
grab that Jahmyr Gibbs. You better grab him in a draft or get him on his third contract. That's the only way he's getting grabbed.
Oh, no, you know what? No one's grabbing Jahmyr Gibbs. If Detroit would never let him go. But anyways, just that kind of guy. When we talk about just adding talent, that kind of talent addition to our offense is, in my opinion, like what I really want to get to in the next couple of weeks is convincing myself that there's no such thing as a luxury pick in that regard. That if Adam Peters does want to make like that kid from Arizona State, the wide receiver,
Jordan Tyson.
Jordan Tyson looks like kind of a stud.
Yeah, he's an animal.
He could do some things with Jaden Daniels and Brandon Ayuk
and who's the other
Terry
guy?
McLaurin.
There's two receivers that are oh man, god dang! I started doing this while I was watching us get pummeled on Christmas, and I was like, well, just why? Why are you guys so mean? It is Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Keep an eye on him too. People love that guy, and I watched him a few times this year.
The wide receiver?
Well, it's the other. What is it? Jeremiah Johnson? Is that who's?
Well, my understanding is that the top two guys from Ohio State are coming back.
Well, Carnell's on everyone's board as a top 5. So I don't know.
I think they have many
He's still
guys
playing.
But
their number one is the phenom. He's not available until next year's draft. He's the freakiest of all the freaks. He makes Marvin Harrison Jr. look less freaky than I ever thought.
Man, I wish he would figure out how to play at the next level.
Yeah, reclass you, whatever. Marvin. Yeah.
All right, we're coming back next week to start what I believe for us is we're doing offseason on the brink starting next week. I think
all right, that's fine.
Last year
we got to finish this though. We got to finish this somehow, right? Are we going to talk about this list?
Yeah. No. I'm just. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Which one am I missing? I have 12.
No. I know, but what's the final status?
Okay. All right. I got you.
We can't just.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I already have 11.
You didn't get the last one, and it was the DC OC. You got that new OC.
Oh, OC.
Yeah.
Oh man, that becomes way down there, right?
I think so. But
I would. Yeah. So I'm going new DC OC HC as my bottom 3.
I have the same.
just because whatever.
I have the same 12, 11, 10.
It's not a priority.
Now we're going to the top
Doesn't mean
9.
I don't think we're going to get a new one of one
No,
of those.
I agree, and specifically in that order.
Yeah.
And I think Cliff Kingsbury did a good job this year. I give him a B.
Yeah.
Joe Witt, sorry, bro, but I'm not failing you, but D-.
I would love to.
All right, you got an F. I'm not giving you a D. I don't hand out
Our
D-.
defense was really bad.
I know.
So like I love like Dan Quinn is a coach's coach. You know, one of that like those kinds of guys. Like when we hired him, like one of the biggest things they said about Dan Quinn in the interview process was like the staff he was prepared to put together. And you know, like guys you're ready to roll with and you can roll with that. So, and he handpicked Joe Witt, and he knows Joe Witt. So
Joe Witt had a hell of a career up to that point.
I'm not like I understand like the nature of $1 billion industry where we had such a terrible year defensively. Like you make changes at coordinator. I mean, we've done that. We've hung on to guys in this town. I mean, how long was Mike Nolan our defensive coordinator? And we were never good except for once. And then of course he became a tie-wearing head coach. I'm just saying, are we really the kind of team that just randomly has one great season? And because we revert to what's closer to what we've been experiencing for the last 10 years, we're going to be like, fire that defensive coordinator?
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
He got demoted. Does he get promoted in the offseason for what? For good behavior? just saying.
I don't know. I don't know how you save face or if that's a thing.
Dude, they had the DC cam on in the booth, and he was like, and they were like, once again, it's 3rd and 36, and first down, bad guys. And I was like, why? And he would just put his hands in his face. And then he has these big ass hands too. You got to see Joe Witt's hands. He's got mitts.
Huge.
But
he's got to go with Norton.
Like, just adjust. Just adjust. And we didn't.
We didn't.
We kept getting burnt in man-to-man coverage relentlessly while the quarterback had a shit ton of time. I'm not sure what else has to happen at that point. Yeah. That's like varsity versus the JV, and you're fudged.
It definitely felt like we were out-schemed a lot of times because of how open receivers were, because of how well blocked things ended up getting. Like I don't think we're just so bad that we are going to lose every single one-on-one matchup.
Our pass rush was poopy. Yeah, our coverage was super poopy.
We lost
and our linebackers.
Most one-on-ones.
Were
a lot of plays. We lost a lot of one-on-one battles on most plays. But I guess when I look at like the scheme and I like for example, last time watching the Falcons, Rams game, and that kid Watts from Notre Dame, rookie number 31, he had a couple interceptions. So he's playing in this inside.
He had a pick six.
He had a pick six and another interception. I mean, he had a good game, but one of those interceptions when they were looking for short, they were like it was like whatever it was, like 2nd or 3rd and 6, and he set up where he was going to be. And he stayed there. Like the ball was snapped.
He sat.
Yes.
He sat.
Yes. And he let himself be athletic in like our area, knowing what he. And I understand that's what they asked him to do in that play, and he's a professional guy, and he did it, and it looked great. And I'm not saying our guys can't do that, but it just doesn't seem like we're ever like putting our guy in that kind of an awesome position to be that guy. That's all.
We have collected the least amount of turnovers possible after this. You've heard me talk about the impassioned speech that they both gave about creating turnovers. And if you take the Detroit Lions playoff game out, it's so pathetic when you go game by game. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
The numbers are skewed by that Lions playoff game. Brutally.
Oh, yeah.
We suck at this. You're looking at Chicago get their 20th interception the other day and 33rd takeaway. And I was like, we haven't done that in 6 years.
They're taking it away.
Jesus.
We're not going for the ball in the air. We're trying to like force fumbles. And like statistically, you have to go for the ball in the air. You have to play more aggressive.
Just hire Peanut Tillman as the new defensive coordinator.
No, everyone wants to punch you. By the way, some of these punches, I don't know if you've been seeing it, but some of these punches that people are taking. Like I saw someone take like a straight like uppercut to the ribs.
I saw a sack.
I was like,
I saw a sack get smashed from behind with London Bridges.
And some of these guys are wearing casts.
Yeah, we all fall down.
And they all fell down. Humpty Dumpty was not getting put back together that day.
The peanut punch was not designed for below the waist.
Dude, some guy just went straight up like, Rocky style. A guy can't.
I saw it. I mean, it was the speed bag. It was like,
yes.
It was nuts.
And we're just supposed to think it was nuts. We're supposed to think that's normal, and it is normal. It's the way of the world. All right,
It's
so
true.
number 1, edge rusher. Number 2, wide receiver.
Punch that ball. Punch that ball. Yes.
Number 3, running back.
I have number 3 at safety.
Number 3 becomes safety.
That's just mine.
Oh, that's fine. Number 4, corner.
Yes.
Number 5, tight end.
I have running back over
Oh
tight
yeah,
end.
yes. And then you go safety.
I already had
No,
safety.
then you go tight end.
Yes.
Then you go middle linebacker.
I did the quarterback over the middle linebacker.
Okay. We'll disagree on that.
Yeah.
New defensive lineman.
Yep.
And then the
DCOCHC.
coordinator. Yeah.
Yeah. We got it. I think let's see. I wanted to see what Greg did. Pass rusher, corner, safety, middle linebacker, wide receiver 2. All right. Tight end, D-line, RB
Defense. Hard to argue with 4 straight defensive priorities.
No.
Yeah.
We all need to be focused on that.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, we need so much talent on defense. If we get enough talent on defense with some of the talent that we're going to keep, because I know you were talking about, like, who's going to be the shocking guy? And I already said, like, Payne maybe, but...
Yeah, so putting
could be
Payne aside...
On defense, nothing could be shocking. Get rid of every turd. No one's going to shock me.
Trading Daron Payne aside, we'll go out on this one. Bold prediction for the offseason. One thing, and we can change this up as we go, but looking out at the abyss of the brinky... we have to climb back onto the brink. We were on the brink last offseason, and we fell way off. We fell off the brink. We fell off it. So it's like we're like the riding the bull. We'll get an animation of that.
If you ever give me this as the riding the bull, I don't like it.
All right. Well, we're gonna get there.
That's just how it starts off, right?
It's just how it starts off. It depends. If you're wearing the super short skirt,
especially
and
if
they know
seductive ass bull.
All of a sudden, you get this. You're behind me with your arms wrapped around me, and the DJ does this. And he's like, and it makes you. And all of a sudden, your skirt starts here, and it ends up over your face. So I'm just saying.
Ken and I once won a poker game after delivering a live podcast, poolside and ringside from a bull riding competition. Mm-hmm. All of that is true.
It is true.
I did not say one lie. Holy shit, that was fun. Remember that?
I remember it. I knocked.
Shout out to the Hans.
John Lowe out with. I had pocket 2s, and I came in with a set, and he thought he won the hand.
I can
and he was,
still hear him talking about
he
how
was wrapping his
who would
arms
ever?
around,
And I was like, bro, by the way, you were percentaged out. You never had a chance to win. You're just loud.
Yes, I got that.
Sorry, John Lowe. It was just that night, and it was your money, and it was spent well.
Great. Hey, good for JL getting a little bit of pub for his poker game.
There you go.
Shout out to Ricky for hosting a great Super Bowl party.
Great Super Bowl party.
Love to see that again.
There was 300 parish moms, and it was the Super Bowl was in Arizona, and it was so nice out.
Yeah, that's right.
It was fun to have seats right by the
screen.
That was 20 years ago. You mechanical bull, you. Sorry.
But you know what? The best part of Ricky had, it was a great spot. First of all, anytime we were in a situation like that with T, it was ideal because we're going to need some space, because T needs to have whatever. How many chairs? Well,
we're going to need a direct line of sight at the bowl.
Where's the bar exactly?
We'd like the pool in the background for all photographic opportunities.
But you won't have power there. Don't worry. We're okay with that. This is for T.
We'd like to have extra chips, but understand if that's not possible.
Oh, man.
All right, what's your big old move? Your blockbuster?
My bold blockbuster move would be a bold blockbuster move. I was trying to think about this earlier. I mean, I think it turns into a trade. Maybe a bold blockbuster move. We trade for Max Crosby.
God damn. That's going to cost the Washington Monument, Donald Trump's jockstrap, and $27.
He's on the loose, and someone's going to get him. And I know that it's like
It's the $27 holding up the deal for you, isn't it?
It's the $27.
God damn it.
He is the classic. First of all, if you're one player away from winning the Super Bowl, you win the Super Bowl if you had Max Crosby. Obviously, we're not one player away, so it makes it so it's always hard. But I will say I'm getting more in my maybe it's just in my old age or whatever. I'm getting more comfortable with the idea of paying for talent. At the end of the day, just you can't factor in injuries, so we won't. Just give me the most possible talent I can get for this amount of money. Here you go, sir. Here's all my money. And if Max Crosby,
if it was about money, we could do it.
Yeah, and exactly. So I'm not even worried about that. So all that, I don't know what that looks like. But and also the Raiders don't need shit because they're number 1 draft pick, so they're going to get their quarterback.
It's true, but stockpiling those picks, it's like a chest of gold.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, we don't have much to offer in that respect.
No chest, no gold.
No, but that's fair.
I know, but
no gold, no need for it.
So that would be shocking to me. That would be bold because it would be a weird deal, and someone would be involved. You know what? How about this? I guess just for a bonus, bold prediction, which was more like something I'd be shocked at. Bold prediction, like, what if we didn't re-sign Laramie Tunsil this offseason? I'm starting to concern myself with that.
That would suck shit. He had a great year. He might have been our best player in offense. Yeah. He gave up so much in draft capital that we're losing specifically presently.
Yeah.
To have him go out the door right now it's like that's like walking into Redskins Park in Ashburn and getting hit with a hot steamy
We
turd
gotta get this
across the
done.
mustache and eyeball.
So I'm just like, I'm not saying that's a bold prediction so much as something that's a big deal for us this offseason. Like amongst the biggest deals for us this offseason is being settled there.
But here's my bold prediction. I think the defense is getting retooled to a level that none of us can possibly understand.
Like they're getting doged.
I don't understand.
Elon Musk is going to be like, that guy's out.
Right.
That guy's out.
They're like, ICE, we now want you to go after future first ballot Hall of Famers and great Samoan linebackers. Because my bold prediction is that Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu, neither of them will be in the burgundy and gold for us.
So is Frankie under contract next year?
Yes, he is, and he's in a contract year. It doesn't cost us shit to get rid of him. I love Frankie.
So you think
Louvu.
we trade him?
I don't know if we can even trade him. I don't know if he just doesn't outright become someone that's had a good spot. He was great 2 year ago. This isn't what I love. This is I'm answering the question.
Yes, but no, but that's that's why I with you also see Bobby Wagner in another uniform next year because of like this is a button press, detonate and rebuild scenario. Like there was nothing that was good about it.
As it was 2 years ago, and he was the cog that kept it together.
Yeah.
Now I think this is different.
If you can get younger and faster and better, fine. But if you can't, you better goddamn well have Bobby Wagner.
We're not implementing a new system, which might take away from his value to a young. But by the way, he's already imparted all the wisdom he can on Jordan McGee, who obviously is sitting there ready to occupy one of those two positions that Frankie Louvu didn't play in this year, had to play out of.
That's exactly right.
And it's true, but that doesn't mean it's a league of people who are like, oh, you had to do that? Oh, so then go F yourself. It's not a league of it's what have you done for me right this very second? No, it's what can you do for me for the next 10 months? Specifically and only. So,
Frankie Louvu strikes me as like a commission, like a sergeant in this army.
I know.
Like he's almost like a guy that I feel like the coaching staff has been like, this is our friggin' dude. He takes a lot of bullets for
everything
everybody.
We needed. He's awesome. I effing love him. You asked me for a mind-blowing scenario, and that's what
I think, because I'm with you.
I'm
going
to say our two Pro Bowl linebackers that led the charge 2 years ago that somehow held this shitty defense together long enough for us to get to the NFC Championship game, which imploded all over Joe Witt's face this year.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I don't know where else to talk about it. I don't know where else the mind-blowing shit could come from. No one's going to be surprised if Debo's not here. We'd all be shocked if Tunsil's not here. Right?
Let me ask you this. If you have, for example, if you have Payne and Kinlaw in the middle, if you have Dorrance Armstrong and a
stud to be named,
whether it's a free agent or trade or draft pick to be named later on that four. If you do a good job with that new safety and that new corner specifically, like can you then say, shit, we could then in that scenario, Bobby Wagner's never getting one-on-one with Brock Bowers. He's always run first. He's always near the line of scrimmage, and he's always tackling everybody. That's a great spot
There's
for him,
a
right?
half a dozen things I would talk about Bobby Wagner before I get to pass coverage. I understand
Yes,
that.
I understand too. And by the way, he can pass coverage.
And you have to talk about the
he
fact
did a good job the other night.
that he's not as good as he once was at it, and that he's never been a pass coverage guy. Let's not ignore that fact. No one was ever like, have you ever seen Bobby Wagner just lock someone down in the pass game? No.
He tackles people 150 times a year.
He beats you with his brains and he knocks the piss out of you when he gets his hands on you. That's who he is. Yeah. That's all.
And he knows where you're going before you do.
Let's just never forget what a great football player he is, what a better human being he is, and how lucky we are to have him for 2 years.
I think it's in our DNA to keep Bobby Wagner because that's what we do. That's our organization. The linebackers.
I want Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu on the burgundy and gold next year desperately.
To be able to, I want like London Fletcher played his last game. I want Bobby Wagner to play his last game here. I think the legacy of that position here. We don't have get the luxury of saying like we draft the best linebackers ever. But if we are like that, there's 3 guys, right? 3 guys: London Fletcher, Bobby Wagner, and I can't think of the other.
Well, I don't know. I was daydreaming.
Tackles, all time
tacklers for us.
No. NFL history.
Well, I think Ray is probably going to be in the mix.
I think it is Ray up there. Yeah, but to be able to bring these guys home, Bobby Wagner should finish his career with us because he's good enough to play in the league. And I don't care. Like, there's no 4-win team in the history of the NFL that should ever have the balls to say, we're not bringing back Bobby Wagner. We're going in a different direction. Fuck you. You're 4 wins.
Nah, but that's not going to be I don't think that'll be the decision.
All right, I'm just
Bobby
saying.
Wagner might be like, yo, what do we do?
No, but I think Bobby. I think guys. I think he wants to be here. I think Von Miller. You saw his interview. 2 weeks ago. He's like, I want to be here next. I'm resigning with this team because. Do you see who these guys have? Do you see what they're talking about? Obviously what they lost. I think Von Miller's a smart guy. He knows that we value old balls.
Yeah,
we love old balls.
He's like, I'm gonna ice my 1 ball until about week 9. I'll come back.
Yes.
Gradually to week 15, and I'll hit my stride 16, 17, 18 for the playoffs. And then we don't care about his balls. We'll care about them rings.
Von Miller's agent was like, just so you know, that your balls, they're like Fabergé eggs in Washington. That's what they are. 2 just Fabergé eggs just dangling in between.
You said Fabergé and Harlequin in the last hour, and I am dumbfounded.
So I'd love to not be the oldest team in the league next year. But I do think there's some Fabergé eggs on their way back. I think Bobby Wagner's Fabergés are coming back for starters.
Well, hopefully Harley Quinn shows up because I'm not sure about the Harlequin romance you were talking about. All I can hear was Harley Quinn romance.
By the way, I need to hear from Bobby's team because marketing himself as the Fabergé eggs of this all that's. By the way, that's got to be worth a few pesos. That's all I'm saying.
Just on Twitter, be careful with your hashtags reaching out to Bobby's team about the Fabergé eggs.
The Fabergés. Yes. The Fabergés.
You might get on a list, or you might have some.
We need less Fabergés.
It's going to be a weird spam January for you, Meringolo.
Less Fabergés in 26. Let's say my New Year's resolution is to not be the oldest team in the league in September this year. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want to be the oldest.
I would like to not be. I don't want to be the top 10 most injured team in the NFL next year.
All right.
That was my resolution.
I love it.
Also, let's eat as many Reese's products as possible. Sorry.
The Reese's all day. Kevin Ricca, appreciate you, my brother.
Cheers, brother.
Happy 2025.
All you guys that we celebrated a shit ton last year. We've commiserated most of the other years. Y'all are the best, man. It's a great brotherhood we got here. And I think about you guys when I'm watching the game every Sunday, wondering and hoping that eventually a muff will lead to a win and we can all celebrate properly together. And that'll be a playoff win when it happens, boys.
Listen, do I want to put this comment on the board? Am I going to get emotional? You look slim. I think here's what's happening. I think the camera is the camera angle is different.
Also, my head looks twice the size of yours right now.
I'm just saying, I appreciate what he's saying, and I think it's also I trimmed the beard a little. I got a haircut.
Yeah, the whole he's been doing his bun busters.
I But listen, that is
Watching you jog around in a gray velour suit and matching headband has been inspiring to all the dads in the neighborhood, Ken. So cheers to you as well, brother.
I'm excited about the off season. I'm excited about we're not gonna this isn't gonna be 8 weeks of the same conversation every single time. We're gonna have a graphic up as we come to agreement on certain issues. We're gonna throw it up. It's gonna be like the off-season constitution, and it can change. We can amend.
My constitution changes regularly,
so we're gonna have like a thrust. His word, not mine. Through the spring, but we want to make this fun for people who. We're not going to get
Italianly talk with their hands.
Yes, and we're
going to try to make it fun.
Hey, why don't we talk about a 4-win team year round? So it's the worst pitch in the business. Not a lot of people are returning my calls. They're like, "Hey, what if we talk about the Redskins?"
We're talking about the wins
team.
Quarterly.
Yeah,
we're talking about them quarterly.
We get to. That's a lot more airtime per win than the average team. Some of those, like the Rams, they're not getting their average. So, anyways, we're working on it. And okay, can we do a Motown episode? This is what I wanted to get to. TR, as usual, you're just digging right down deep into my soul and reading my mind. A Motown episode after the season. Okay, so this is a good idea, and this is what I want to get people involved in, because here's the deal. We're going to be fun on Tuesday nights. We have some Tuesdays to burn until we start adding guys in free agency, adding guys in the draft. So we're going to make this is, and by the way, no one's more comfortable. Our program director, we call it a wartime program director. Our wartime program director, he's been at war for years.
There's no town like Motown. Yeah. And I think we can all.
So Motown is one. Let's get the content far-reaching. We've hit a lot of them. And we'll recap some of that, but food, movies, music.
Music.
Dig down deep.
Mostly music. For me, I'm a music number one. And then, by the way, food, movies, all of it's music, music. But yeah, hey, the one thing we're great at, we all together as a team, is other shit besides football, because we've done it together for quite a while.
All right, so here's the deal. After the Super Bowl, which is I don't know, what day is it this year?
Almost 5.5 weeks still.
Yeah.
It feels like it's coming up.
We have football.
I think it's 5 weeks from Sunday.
We're going to continue to cover our team, the angle of our team. But consider this a place where we're going to continue to cover the story.
It's a 90-degree angle, sir.
90-degree angle. Our story. Our story is a 90-degree angle.
But we love it.
But after the Super Bowl, I would like to do our first ever 100% football-free episode.
Wow, I like it.
Nothing, and so we have to think about what that content will look like and what it will be about, and who we can ask to join us.
Let's think about this.
Yeah. Because I think that we're gonna dust it off. We're going to recharge the batteries, and we're going to put this show through a little bit of a different filter for a week or two. Yeah. See how it goes. Have some fun, and everyone needs to get loosened up and fresh, and we need to stay together.
We got to stay together. Everyone on this board, we function wholly as a unit. Greg Martin, you got to keep digging in and coming up with this business.
We need it.
We do.
We need it.
No, it's fun as hell.
And we're going to make and we'll do other sports. Obviously, we'll do other forms of entertainment. But got to recap Super Bowl. But the week after, of course.
It's great. It's great business because Ken, you know this. I've been a bartender for 30 years, guys. This is like great bar talk. This is like you sat down with a dozen people at the bar that you wanted to have these conversations. Yeah. Not someone like, some jackass. Like, obviously, we all have a little bit of jackass in us, but as a unit, we're really good at this, and we could be really good. We could do a cookbook. I've got so many thoughts.
I have one segment we have to do for that show.
Let's go.
And I think T would support this because he would be like, if we're doing a show that's 100% football free, he'd be like, let's talk about the World Cup for a few minutes on that show.
T?
Oh, yeah. He would want to. Maybe just a second or two. And he would also be like, because you can't call it football. And I'm like, I know. But here's the deal. It's coming up, and we're not going to spend a lot of time on it otherwise. Just a thought.
T loved goalie play.
He loved a good goalie.
What T loved was a good like 11 to 10 soccer match. You know what I mean? Like a traditional, wide open.
Maybe an OV. Oh, a little OV appreciation in terms of, I think we should have some kind. First of all, let me ask the question: will he try to get 1,000 goals? That I think he should, because it ain't happening this year.
No, but why wouldn't he?
Because
Russian machine never breaks.
Isn't he? Is his contract over this year?
He's legitimately, specifically 10 years younger than me to the day. We share a birthday, September 17th.
He wants to go. He wants to go back and play in Russia.
He said that like 15 years ago. His new wife might be like, "Niet." Who knows?
If she niets to that, that'd be amazing. Because he needs, first of all, because he can be the NHL's first 1,000-point scorer and potentially only 1,000-goal scorer. And I am here for it. I want that. That's what I want almost more than anything else. It puts him, if he gets to 1,000 goals, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know another DC athlete that could claim to be higher on the Mount Rushmore of the universe.
I already have him as the number one DC.
He has to be.
I love my Skins. You know that.
Me too.
This guy.
And we had some dudes.
Yeah,
we had some all-timer dudes.
If you actually embrace the sport of hockey and look into what that dude's accomplished and why the Russian machine never breaks and why he's done all this, he is beloved by his comrades. He is the goddamn best. What a stud human being. I love that guy.
No, I mean, he has done everything. He was the first overall pick. He slap-shotted Wallace to pieces, during regulation. And he won a Stanley Cup. And he scored goals like no one has ever scored them before. And he stayed with one team the whole time. And idiots debated on whether we should have moved on from him multiple times. It's just like everything about it is the
so
best.
Old school. He's tough as shit. He
partied
better than any athlete that ever won a chip. He just set the bar for how to do it, man.
TR's like, save it for the episode. You've gone 1 minute. You've gone 1 minute too long. Hey, listen, that was a teaser. We had to have something for the trailer, TR.
Where do you see my curling bikini that I bought for Ken for New Year's Eve? For next year. For the Canadian curling debates that Ken Harris thought we should have.
It's all about friction.
It's all about Snoop Dogg and possibly friction. Well,
be careful. That will start a fire. Just saying.
And my homeboys do too.
And my homeboys do too. How about this? Let's go out one more time. By the way, appreciate you, Ken. Appreciate you, TR. Definitely appreciate you, Gray. We noticed we had a lot of new folks joining tonight, so we appreciate you guys being out there. At the end of the show tonight, just wanted to let you know, if you're still here with us hanging out on a Tuesday night, we're just 94,000 away from our goal of 100,000 by January 1st. Now that's 24 hours. I think everyone needs to dig deep. Find 94,000 people.
Ken will make a free Muffy pudding for everyone that subscribes between today and midnight of 2025.
You can't have your meat if you don't eat your pudding. Everyone knows that. You can't. Love you guys. Back in 7 days. Happy 2025. Happy New Year. Happy holidays.
New Year, boys.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
You and your families.
All of it. Appreciate you guys. Once again, former lead singer of the multiple album band and
real quick.
Yes, please.
Look how creamy it is, Ken. Look how creamy it is. It's the
creamy.
I went creamy. You gave me your creams. I got no.
I don't know. By the way, I've had that the whole world has had the 3-week flu. Maybe that's like the cheekbones are sinking in because I feel like I'm wearing a lot of clothes. For him to say I'm slim, I feel like I was watching. You remember when you turn the TV on, your standard def TV, and they'd be playing those old westerns, and everyone would be like super skinny and tall.
Yeah.
Like the dimensions would be
off.
off.
Those are the days when I fed a flu.
Yes.
You mean like the last 3 weeks?
Yes, the last 3 weeks. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what's going on here? So, no, literally flu.
And Greg Martin did say, If you got the flu, you got to eat some Reese's.
Little Reese's Pieces.
Reese's.
Greg prefers. Greg always. He insists on Reese's Pieces. I very much love you guys. Very much appreciate you. Thank you very much for making 2025 so much fun. And we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna keep it going for another year, and we'd love to see you guys hang out with us, and of course, 94,000 of your friends. Until next week, he's Kevin Ricca.
And our young bucks, protect your muffs tomorrow night.
Yeah, don't. It's cold out there.
Protect your muffs.
Yeah, a little bit of cover.
There's a lot of reasons for it.
Maybe a lot of cover.
You heard what we said. The more you know.
Happy New Year!
Football, drinking our whiskey neat. First Amendment sports, Ken, Kevin, and Tim.
Don't muff it up, fellas.
Hail to the Redskins. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Here on First Amendment Sports.
Pablo, he never washes ass.